Hi, this is Attila16 and this is a video guide for Steel Division Normandy 44, and this is the Battlegroup Panzer Lehr, and this is the result, well, the arrangement of units that resulted from many rounds I played with them. So let me explain the rationale for all this. So here you have Aufklärer for phase A. This is a recon unit which also brings a vehicle which has an MG, so that can be useful. You can hide them around also, so that's important to have. Then you have some SPA troops, a bit few in number, but they have a machine gun which can be useful. Also you bring an AF-track with them. But this is your recon for real recon purpose, while this is your recon for fighting purpose. Here you have access to these SPW 234-1. This is good against infantry, so you can suppress them, as they have a bit of armor piercing, so that can be good. But then you have these Puma, which have a cannon, 10 armor piercing, and 2 experience, so that's very powerful. You have 3 of them. Well, actually I bring 3 groups, but you can bring 2 of them for phase A and 1 additional group for phase B. A group of 2 here. Then in terms of infantry, I bring some Führer, which are good at boosting your tank and infantry. I bring some Panzer Grenadier, so 2 groups for that first phase, and MG42. So early on I'll try to capture buildings or take a position, let's say, but it's a bit limited in number here, I must say. I think what I'll do here, now actually there's no really good, well, maybe change this like this, yeah, that's much better. So very few infantry for phase A, but for phase B you get more Grenadier here, and some Pioneer for phase C, which have some experience here actually. But actually, if I go with Sturm Pioneer, that could be good also. They have a lot of experience, so that can be good. So if you have to fight for towns, bring this Sturm Pioneer. And if you have to fight for any situation, bring the Pioneer. And for phase A and B, you get those Grenadier over there. Tank-wise, I don't bring anything in phase A because there's absolutely nothing to bring in phase A. So that started the tank fight for phase B. But this deck is mainly focused about heavy stuff. So you get the Panzer 4H with 2 star of experience, and this is a command unit, so it's useful. And you can bring here the Tiger, and let's see here. We'll see it better that way. So this is a really powerful unit. You have 12 frontal armor, which is not that much because Sherman is 11 in best condition. So that's not that strong. But you have an anti-tank gun of 15, and this is strong enough to kill most enemy tank. There's maybe the Jumbo, which might be a problem, but overall you're pretty strong. Then you have an additional, well, this is the command version, this one. You can see the antenna over there. And then you have the more regular Tiger over here. So this you get 2 of them, and they have a lot of experience also. So this is a very powerful unit, and you should be able to deal with any Sherman around. So that's good. So you have 5 HE, I guess that can be useful. But what is really impressive here is that you can bring a King Tiger for phase B, and this is really powerful. And because for phase B, like the ally cannot do a thing against that. So sure, you can destroy it, but trust me, it's unlikely. Unless you try to ambush it, but you're rarely in position to kill that in phase B. Then phase C, additional Panther, well, additional. I bring Panther A, which are really good, complement to your Tigers or King Tigers. They have 17 armor piercing, while the King Tiger has 22 and the Tiger has 15. So it's a good evolution, let's say. What might be interesting here is the amount of round a minute, because look here with the Panther you have 6 rounds a minute, while with the Cunning Tiger and Tiger you only have 5 rounds a minute. So I guess this is a good way to suppress the infantry more, or kill more tank faster, or whatever. And then for phase C again, I bring Cunning Tiger, but this one has more experience, so that's good stuff. Now just with this, you neutralize pretty much any armor division. I think the only thing which might be good against all this might be the Scottish with anti-tank guns. Well, over here, let's see. I bring some SDKFZ 258. This is a support unit, so you will be able to suppress the infantry in buildings. Then I bring the SDKFZ 251 21, and this is an interesting unit because you have a really good rate of fire. I'm not even sure if that shoot air stuff, but this is 10 HE rounds, so that's a really interesting unit. You can probably kill a lot of infantry in this with this. Here, additional supplies, because you always do need some. And here, the grill, which is a very good unit to suppress the infantry in buildings. So you will need that, because if you have to push against a town, your tigers might not be the best thing to support your infantry. And also this battle group doesn't have that much infantry, so you do need support for your infantry. You could call other stuff here. For example, here this is a command vehicle that could be useful. It's much cheaper than having a command tank, and it can escort your King Tiger, so that can be an effective way to boost your King Tiger for a cheap price. Well, here you have some flamethrower. I guess you could use that for town as well. Anti-tank wise, for phase A, I bring pack A 38 50mm, because you can kill most thing with this. 10 armor piercing, really powerful thing. And since you don't have any tank for phase A, you do need to bring these for phase A. Then phase B, I bring the pack 40 75mm, and the reason why I bring this instead of more pack for phase A is because these have 2 experience, and this is really powerful. With 13 armor piercing, you can kill most enemy tank with this at 1 kilometer point 2. So that's good. You bring 2 of them, and that should do the job. Here, in terms of anti-air, I bring a Gepard. Because here the Flak 38 for phase A is just terrible, and anyway you only need to defend your tank for phase B and C, because you don't have any tank for phase A. So the Gepard is useful for phase B. It's not that strong, but I guess it's a good complement. I guess now what I should do here is probably a Flak 80 for phase B. That could be better, mixed with the Flak 36 37mm. That's a good combo to chase the enemy fighters away, but you only get that for phase B. Okay, artillery. The Panzer Lehr. This is a really good unit. You can fire 2 bursts of rockets without reloading, and this is very effective at suppressing the enemy, and you'll be able to stall them for a while. Then the BO Panzer 4H. I bring 2 of them, and what's interesting here is that with these you can support your tank, because this one has a cannon, and yeah, you have some armor piercing capacity here, and it's a regular tank, and once you boost it with a leader you have 3 stars, so that's a really good tank to have. And on top of that you get the artillery, and it's not that expensive, is it? It's a bit more expensive than a regular one. It's not as powerful as a regular one, because you don't, well, it's similar, let's say. It's worth having, let's say. That's the best way to put it. Okay, Air Force. I bring a fighter here for the phase A, because you don't have any anti-air for that phase, so it can be useful to have a fighter to chase away the enemy bomber. Then phase A, I also bring a bomber, so I have W190G3 because you need that to potentially kill whatever can bombard you from afar. Phase B, I bring another fighter, and in this case it has some elite status. So that can be good also, because your planes need to be mostly against Air Force, since you need to protect your tank from airstrike. And it can be good to win air superiority early on. So that's pretty much it. This is a fairly simple battle group because you have such powerful unit. As long as you don't expose a flank, your King Tiger and Tiger will do the job. You need to be careful with your infantry because you don't have that many of them. And those recon over here, they are really strong. They have 10 armor piercing. They have very little armor, but assuming you support them well, it can be very effective. Now, I guess what you could do here is perhaps remove this and use this. This is a phase B vehicle though, but by doing that, you will have a command unit that can keep up with the pace of these units, and you can flank the enemy around, and you'll have Puma, which have really good experience, and they'll be able to kill potentially enemy vehicle in the flank. So that can be a good way to do it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'll likely post a video to show you how to use this deck. So I'll see you there.